Hello y'all, let's do and I know the name is very pun intended, a get Reddit with me. I think this is a hilarious name, but you saw it in the title. Or did you? I don't know what I'm gonna write in the title. Maybe I write let's get Reddit with me. But basically what I wanna do today is I wanna read and react to some of the posts that are very recently done in the BeautyGuruChatter subreddit on Reddit. We haven't done one of these in a very long time. Can't even remember when it was the last time, but I thought it's fun, it's easy to film for me, it's quick to edit, and maybe that's a very chill Friday video that you can see. So I'm filming this on Wednesday. That means, of course, all the posts that will be posted between Wednesday and Friday on this sub I cannot react to, like, logically. It's impossible. I'm not a time traveler. But there are some very interesting things going on in this sub. And I will only react to posts that are more interesting. You know, some of those posts are, yeah, I'm looking for that specific YouTuber from that area. I do mix them up always. Fuck it. But I will not read them because they're like very not so exciting, I guess. But there are things. There are things. And I can't even put into words how happy I am that today, as I'm filming this, a very certain topic came up on the BeautyGuruChatter subreddit. It's Angelica Ninquist's subscriber vacation that she's doing. Okay, before I tap into that post, I really have a very mixed opinion on this because on one hand, I think this is ridiculous. Like, you are a fucking YouTuber. Chill. You're not a celebrity. You're not famous. Why do you expect people to pay this absolutely insane amount of money? Like, if you are not aware, we're talking about $3,500. If you're not the early spotters, like the first 10 in that spot pay $3,403, which is a very weird price. And then it's $3,500. But apparently, according to her Instagram stories, the early spots are gone by now. So who the fuck is paying this? And you know, if in that price the flights would be included and all the food, it isn't. You have like 5 breakfasts, so it's a 5-day travel. 5 breakfasts are included, 2 lunches and 1 dinner. The rest you have to pay for yourself. You have to pay for a visa if you need that. You have to pay for flights, everything. It's basically for that price. Hotel, those couple meals, a couple of entrance monies, I think, and that's it. And of course, the very valuable time to hang out with her. I'm fully aware of the fact that I sound very rude now, but I'm sorry, I don't get this concept. I really do not get this concept. And let's be real, if you think that she does not make a good amount of money out of this, you are dreaming or not back in reality, because she gets paid probably a lot from this money. But someone on Reddit pointed out in a post, Angelica Ninquist is replying to a viewer, I'm only hanging out with you if I'm getting paid. And here is another side of that trip that I just want to talk about. So someone commented that they basically live very nearby the location where they're doing this. So it's in Italy, if you don't know yet. And I think it's Rome and Florence, if I'm not mistaken. And someone living 20 kilometers away from Florence is, or commented that if there was a chance to just hang out for a couple hours with them, or maybe just say hi or something, without paying $3,500, which is understandable to me. And she answers to that comment that this is not, she's not really sure if it's happening, but she clarifies that there is definitely not going to be an open meetup because that would defeat the entire purpose of the trip. And you can see this now from 2 sides. Of course, you can now have this vibe, oh, I'm only hanging out with you, I'm getting paid. But on the other side, I actually do understand this, this comment of her, because if she would allow everybody to come there and hang out with her as if she was somebody special, let's just pretend she is, that would be really unfair towards the people who paid those 3,000 money to go on the trip with her. In my opinion, this whole trip is just a joke and absolutely unnecessary and is an absolute insane cash grab. I'm just saying it, it's a cash grab. And by the way, for my eye look, I'm using my trusty Vega palette that is, if I'm not mistaken, currently globally back in stock. And I'm also pulling in the Rome and ND glitter palette that I was influenced to buy by a very beautiful friend called Unicorn Makeup over on Instagram. And I grabbed this, I don't know when, October, like November? Somewhere before the Novi started, and I haven't touched it yet, so today's the day. So from now on, if it's possible, I will put a screenshot somewhere up here of that post so that you can read with me, because I will not always read the full post to you. If I'm also looking like down here, this is where my iPad is, and I do not have my glasses on, so it's pretty hard to read for me, but I try my very, very best to do so. So probably I have to hold my iPad like okay, I'm tired of creators trying to coerce me onto different platforms. And the post, okay. Again, bashing against Angelica Ninquist. This seems to be a thing in the Beauty Guru chatter sub. I read her name a lot of the times, but this person is basically criticizing something very interesting. And I have to admit that what this person is criticizing here is something I personally do too from time to time. And I kind of wish I would do it more, but I am just lacking time sometimes. So if you're too lazy to read, it's fine. It basically criticizes the fact that Angelica did a review on the new duochrome liners from ColourPop. And in her review, she only showed one of the shades and then said she's doing a swatch video of them, but as a reel. And they're criticizing first off that you have to watch the swatches now in a reel. Why not insert them as YouTube? You know, as a parallel clip here, which would be no problem. I get that this is just very annoying to people. I really understand that. On the other side, I also get this, you know, creator like Angelica Ninquist, this is her job. And of course, her goal is to maximize the views on every platform. I do agree still that inserting a side clip would not hurt. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of the viewers who watch her stuff on YouTube are maybe not on Instagram, and vice versa. You know, there are still people who don't like to watch long beauty content. They just love the short reels, the short TikToks, whatever. They just look for specific swatches. And I get that this type of like group of persons that you want to target, why do you force them to watch a 20-minute YouTube video when they just need a 30-second swatch video? But yeah, it wouldn't hurt to insert the clip. I get comments why I don't add swatches a lot, and I just have to be honest with you, swatches take a very long time to do. It's a mess, and I also haven't figured out how to position myself to really show them to you. Maybe this will change because as I'm filming this, or you see this, I have my current light setup, but I will probably, when you see the video, have already my new lights and new setup. So maybe then it's also a bit different here. I will see how this is going. And maybe then I try to include swatches. But yeah, I've done that too. I post a review, a video on a product and say, yeah, I will do the swatch in a separate short form content. Nobody criticized that so far, so thank you. But I get how this is annoying, but I also understand why people do this. By the way, the fact that the mattes do match my hair is not on purpose again. I did upload though a tutorial where I did this on purpose with the Natasha Denona Medizinon palette. Like talking about the subject, I have uploaded this as a short here on YouTube or reel or a TikTok. Bored of Robert Welsh, oh my god. My fucking glitter glue just broke? What the fuck? See, that's why I don't buy drugstore shit. Now I have to buy a new one. Oh my god, because it just spills out here on the side. I hate drugstore products. Like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? I used to love Robert Welch's YouTube content. I don't watch short from beauty, blah, 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 blah. He had been a work in MUA, had wonderful tips and wears colorful eye looks. Yes. It seems like he's deviated from that. More commentary, which has mediocre research done in preparation for videos, reaction, and quick videos. Oh boy, he faced a lot of backlash on some of his brand related videos where he talked about their histories and downfalls. And I do have to agree, they're not very well researched from time to time. I also don't see in some of his videos where he gets it from. So for example, he did a video brands that might fail in 2024, and for example Rabanne makeup was in there, and I was like, have you tried Rabanne makeup? Everything is like an 8 out of 10, and so far besides the glitter, no, in general the mascara I did not really like. The glitter one is okay, but it just looks in a very like specific light situation, it looks good. And the glitter shot, that was also bullshit, and 1 quad they released. Never tried the lip stuff, but the rest of the makeup, like I have 5, I don't know, 7 of the duos and 2 quads. Or 1 quad, no, only 1 quad now because the other one was shit. The makeup is really good. And I don't get why in some cases he says things like that. And I feel like they're either not very well researched, maybe he also lacks of trying these items before he does the video, or it's just to kind of provoke a reaction, which actually is fine too, because that is something people need. You know, you need to give them something to discuss so they will react and see you. That's why a person like Meredith Duxbury was so popular or very, very successful with her stuff. I mean, look at where she is now. She was part of the Pat McGrath campaign, and you can say about the brand Pat McGrath whatever you want. Being part of a campaign like that is a really big thing. By the way, this has a very interesting texture, and I think I like it. This is like a pressed glitter gel, but very dry. Not opaque, but it has an effect going on. There is a lot of stuff from Robert Welch that I personally watch, but there's also a lot of stuff that I personally don't watch because I just feel like he completely missed the topic. But that's fine. There are so many people who watch his stuff, and somebody commented on that specific post that people shall not forget, for a lot of those persons, content creation is a job. That means they just have to roll where the views are, and that's a very important thing to consider. That's why he did his Robert Reacts channel. Like, reaction videos are popular right now. And to be honest, I would love to do 1 or 2 of these. So are you interested in reaction videos of me? If so, tag me please in videos about beauty, like on Instagram or TikTok. They're either weird, interesting, or just like very questionable. Tag me in them and I will watch them live in the video and do a reaction if it's something that you would like to see. I actually would love to do them. Does anyone know what happened to Katie Hudges and Glam and Gore? Oh, that's an interesting topic because people are wild in this one. So if you don't know, Glam and Gore was a very, very popular YouTuber, I don't know, 3 years ago, maybe 2? No, 3 to 4. After she won the NYX Face Awards. Are they still a thing? I don't know. And then she kind of stopped doing YouTube because of a medical issue. So she had, I don't know, something like an extra bone in her spine, whatever, that was causing a lot of pain in her body. And because of that, she just stopped YouTube. I think the last very popular thing that I've seen was her ghost hunting series, but that was pre-COVID, so it might have been 2019 or so. and where she was on the road with Spencer Henry, for example, who is her hairdresser, or was her hairdresser? I don't know. He's a hilarious person. I really enjoy him. And she then kind of fell off the radar. And the comments here, I never knew that. So apparently Mikey, that's the name of Glam and Gore, is a racist. Did you know this? I certainly didn't. And the proof for that people have here is, well, an Instagram story that she did where she said some racist things. I do not remember that actually, so I cannot say anything about that. But it was either in this post or in another post about her where someone pointed it out how she just changed for the worse. Not only with her relationship with Anthony, I think, Anthony Padilla. I never watched his content, so I don't know. But in general, her whole look how hot I am, and when she started to do like stuff in sports for like bikini contests, I really didn't understand where her journey is going, but whatever makes her happy. I mean, I don't care. I know there was a video series on her channel where she basically demasked some YouTubers and I think also some celebrities, where she put prosthetics on and then they did like an interview style video. I never watched these. For whatever reason, I'm still subscribed or I still follow her on Instagram, but I don't know. I think the time of her, the time of Mikey, the Glam and Gore time is over. I don't know. I think she's past the trends, and all that I currently see from her in her Instagram stories has nothing to do with makeup or with, with her special effects, which was the main reason why I followed her, because her special effects video were bomb. They were absolute killer, but she stopped doing them and it's not very interesting now. And all she posts is her in Buff Bunny, I don't know, Buff Bunny workout clothing, and pushing her, I'm pretty sure they're not natural, I'm pretty sure they're done, boobs to the camera. That's all I can see from her currently. And her weird attitude towards food. She gives me a lot of Tati vibes. If I remember that correctly, I think there is a medical condition for that. That's why she's doing this, but it's still a bit off-putting. Update on Glam's supporting problematic people. When you're problematic yourself, of course you do support them. I'm sorry, I absolutely... Hate is always the wrong word in my opinion, but I'm lacking a different one. So let me just describe what I feel for her. She is the most unrelevant, unbelievable thing after Michaela. I kid you not when I say that I get physical pains by watching her videos. Like she did now something with that problematic YouTuber thing, because she posted, oh, I'm so curious how James Charles products are. I'm so curious about Jeffree Star. And after she got a lot of backlash towards that saying, she did one of the most cringe videos the internet will ever see, and that is after the Colleen Ballinger ukulele thing. She basically was there the whole time like, but it's only makeup, calm down. Yeah, of course it's only makeup, but don't ask your viewership if you just don't care. Just test it, you know? You do not need permission to test makeup. Just test whatever you want, but same as me, you have to live with the consequences. In my Controversy Friday that I uploaded last Friday, there was a part about the Natasha Denona Israel thing. And I already said it in that video that I might lose some subscribers, and I did. That video made me lose, I think, 6 subscribers. Just because of what I said. I'm pretty sure it was because of that. There is no other reason why I should have lost so many subscribers in one video. While on the other hand, I had 2 or 3 people commenting that they do agree with me and that they even respect me more, which is fine. It is just something I have to face the consequence with when I say this on the internet. And it's the same with reviewing certain types of makeup. If I would now start to review Jeffree Star or James Charles, I mean, let's just ignore the fact that I think both of these persons are weird. Like, I never was a James Charles fan. I never watched his content. Jeffree Star was kind of entertaining at that time where he did reviews. Like, his reviews, let's be honest, they do have an iconic status, and I kind of valued his opinion at a certain point. But when I started to not only watch him, but also try his makeup line, I kind of lost trust because I actually really didn't like his makeup. I had the Orgy palette, the big matte one, and it was so bad. I then tried his famous liquid lipsticks. They were so bad. Like, nothing I tried from him was kind of mind-blowing. That's why I kind of lost trust in his reviews, because I'm like, you're just saying so many things about other brands, but in the same boat, you cannot do decent makeup by yourself. So why should I trust you? And I think it's kind of sad that people like this have an audience that listens to them, while other creators who work really, really hard, who are honest, who deliver just content that is well researched, done, and even disclosed properly if they get even the chance to get PR or sponsorships or whatever. And nobody sees their videos because they're just not as loud, they're not screaming, they not film themselves from like down here and say weird things like she did. Like, just thinking about this makes me very uncomfortable. Did I say it already that I really like this palette? Snitchery scammed her audience. If you don't know who Snitchery is, you didn't miss a lot. I'm honest with you, I can't stand her. I think her content is very cringeworthy, and just everything she does screams so hard, pick me, pick me. I can't. But long story short, basically she had a clothing brand called Last Gen or something like that. And from what I've seen here and on Instagram already, the people just do not get their clothing, or when they get it, it's either very, very bad. Don't call me on that. Here is linked a video, but let's just talk about Snitchery. If you, again, don't know her, she does cosplay content on TikTok, I think mainly. That's at least where I have seen her. And I know that she had a collab palette with ColourPop. From what I've seen on Reddit now so far, I guess she also had an eating disorder, and very, very weird, because I get a weird vibe from her. You know, when I come across her videos every now and then on my For You page on TikTok, she's always half naked. Like, she's always showing off her boobs and stomach and legs. And why the fuck are you... I even would call this reverse thirst trapping, because she looks like a very, very like clothless person in the beginning, but her cosplays are actually quite funny when she does them. But for whatever reason, her whole appearance, how she presents herself, just not me. And I hate her facial expressions like this. No, thank you. Like, even this thumbnail that they showed here, this is just how she looks the whole time. Hindash update. If you don't know, Hindash is an artist and a makeup brand, and he has some things, but apparently his customer service doesn't answer anymore. We haven't seen a Hindash drop in a year, maybe? I never used Hindash makeup, so maybe I'm here missing out on something, but I'm not sure if I'm still blocked, but I was blocked by the Hindash Instagram page for quite a while because I made a very critical comment, and he commented, or the social team, whatever, in a very rude way, and after that I was blocked. If you remember his second palette, I don't know how they're called. I know one is called Beautopsy, but I don't know what the other one is. The second that came out with the other gradients in that palette. And the swatches, they were just not it. I'm sorry, these were photoshopped swatches created by CGI on an arm. And I commented on that Instagram post that I don't understand how a, well, luxury brand like him needs to Photoshop swatches on an arm, why not swatch it like for real? We want to see how these look for real and not swatched. And the answer I got from the brand or from him, whatever, under that post was that they are not photoshopped, and the fact that I can't tell the difference between real swatches in quality and Photoshop says a lot about me. Like, super rude. And then I commented something back and then I got blocked. I never checked if I'm still blocked. I actually don't care because of that interaction. I also don't want to try the brand at all. But maybe, do you have news on that brand? Because yes, now that I see this on Reddit, we haven't heard about that brand in a while. And here people are referring to even older posts from a couple months ago where they just emailed the customer service for a question and never got an answer. That's always a bad sign. Oh, this one is gold. Tati Beauty is coming back as Tati List. Thoughts? I'm low-key excited. She's a classic. Tati Westbrook just finished a lawsuit in 2023 and is now reopening her makeup brand as the Tati List. What are your thoughts? Do you think it will do well? I love She Never Stops. She's so dedicated. The comments, you guys. First of all, please look at the username that posted this, because I specifically screenshotted it this time with it. People are, they're wild. The first comment is, did Tati write this? Because the name is Glam Girl and her old username was Glam Guru, Yeah, Glam Guru, I think. I'm honest with you, I never saw a Reddit post on this specific sub written in this way of saying. And actually, I agree, this could be a post by Tati herself. If that is the case, like, wow. That's, wow. That's even a new deep point for you, a new low point. But let's chat about Tati Westbrook. I think, you know, the Bye Sister video is something that lives in people's heads in the beauty community, and whenever you ask them, where have you been when Bye Sister came, they can recall the exact place where they were. I'm completely honest, I always found that whole drama around Tati Westbrook, James Charles, and what was the other? Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, that whole thing, I could not take this for real. I think this was a made-up thing. This was a made-up PR gag that kind of got its own life, and that's why this ended in a lawsuit, because something went wrong with things they had planned. I just do not believe that a grown-up woman fell for strategies like this. I don't believe her. This had definitely a very, very weird vibe to me. This was very scammy in my opinion, and something just was off with the whole story. And then her whole comeback was also very weird. It was so planned, you know. I'm maybe a terrible person for saying this, and maybe it was all real and she suffered and had the worst time of her life. Then I'm very sorry for that, but I'm a skeptical person, and the way everything was just dragged to public by her I mean, it was hilarious to watch, I'm not gonna lie. It was a very entertaining time on YouTube at that point. But I don't know. Something is still there in the dark that we all don't know. That is probably a very important thing to know about that whole drama. But let's just think about, what if this is true? I have to admit, I do not watch her videos anymore. I still follow her on Instagram for whatever reason, and whenever I see a story by her, I am just remembered I should unfollow, but I never do it. Her whole organic and sport and whatever and healthy lifestyle and no processed foods, like, do you want to be like somebody who is eating just stuff that falls on the floor? Like, dude, do you. I'm fine with that, but then please don't wear your designer stuff anymore. I don't know. And the name, the Tati List, if this is really true, is just ridiculous. It sounds more like a weird group of people that probably do weird things. Although I have to say that the fact that I never got her palette, the textures, I think, whatever, I still regret that. That is definitely a makeup item that I regret not getting when it was available. Because I'm pretty sure this, even for me who is loving colors these days, would be a very nice neutral addition. And back then, when this was on the market, I was more into neutrals and I would have loved this palette. I just know it. Basically, she was the first person I want to say, maybe I'm wrong, correct me if there was somebody before that that was successful with that concept, let's just say that, who just brought color coordinated palettes to the market. See how successful Blend Bunny Cosmetics is with that concept. But Tati was the first, I think, who just landed a banger with a palette like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Just tell me if there was someone else that banged as hard. I have to admit, I do really enjoy this Rome NND palette. But it's also the only one that kind of speaks to me. I looked through the stuff that they have for the eyes and the other palettes that also have matte eyeshadows. They're very soft and boring and not my vibe, but this all glitter palette, it's actually good. Okay, we're now done. I'm done. I have to head off to work now. Let me know please down below. Do you like these commentary videos? Do you want to see more of them? Maybe from other subs too, like the Sephora sub, or there's a general makeup sub, or just, you know, as I said, if you want to see reaction videos, let me know down below. I really want to try them, but I also need your help with that because I don't want to see the videos before I film, you know? I want to have a true first reaction to those videos. So let me know down below if you like these. Let me just know down below what in general you'd like to see. I'm always open for your ideas because you have great ideas and I have like a lot of things still in my notebook that I still need to film. But yeah, that's basically it for today. Don't forget to subscribe and, you know, check out the other stuff, all that shit. You know, also on Instagram, as we were just talking about that. And I hope I can see you in the next one.